Good morning, Naveen. Hope you listened to the pre-learning video and you now may know the various conditional statements available in Java programming, out of which now I am going to explain you two different flavors: if statement and if else statement in Java. So, what is the use of if and if else in Java? So, these two statements are called as conditional statements. That is, while implementing certain logic, you have to take decision based on some conditions. Okay, so during such decision making process, we definitely need conditional statements to evaluate our conditions. Now the first one is Java if statement, otherwise called as if then. That is, if the condition you are checking is given with the result of true, that is the condition is true, then what you have to do? So that is why it is called as if then. So look at the syntax. So you should use the keyword if. If is a keyword, it should be in lowercase. You should not change the case of if. If you change the case means it will throw you some error, syntax error. So be careful while writing if. Both I and F should be in lowercase, and next to if is you should specify a condition. Here condition is a boolean expression. That is, the expression you are writing inside the brackets will return either true or false. So based on the written value, the forthcoming statements will be executed. Keep it in mind, as it is if then statement, if the condition is true, it will execute the statements within a curly brackets. Otherwise, it will simply skip the if part and it will move on to the next coding line present in your program. Okay, simply the if portion will be skipped. That is, it will not do anything if the condition is false. So that's all for syntax. Next, so see this diagram, how the coding is working. So here I have shown you two different flavors. Condition is true, condition is false. Here number is a variable declared as integer and it is assigned with the value 10. And I am checking now the value of number if number greater than 0. Now tell me what is this boolean expression will write or will written. Number in place of number, the value to be replaced is 10. 10 greater than 0. The condition is true. So if the condition is true, definitely it will execute the true part, true block. Now come to this side, number is again 10, but now I am checking the condition as 10 less than 10. Sorry, 10 less than 0. Now tell me the condition is true or false? False. So what will happen? It will simply skip the if part. It will move out of the if and it will move to the next coding line. So this is how the Java if statement will be executed. So the same is given as a program here. Class, first you have to write a class. Then you should give a class name and then you should start writing main method. From this line only your coding will get executed line by line. So number is a variable assigned with 10. Now you are writing if statement to check for a condition greater than 0. Now in this situation the condition is true, so it will print the number is positive and it will come out of if. Next to if, it will come to this statement. Again one more print statement is given. So statement outside if block. So after executing these entire lines, it will print both the statements. The number is positive and the statement outside if block. So this is the output for this program. Now imagine, instead of checking number greater than 0, now I am going to change the condition as number less than 0. I am just changing the operator as greater than. Now what happened? Number greater than 0. The condition will evaluate true. Now again I am going to change the value as number is equal to -5. Now what will happen? The condition now becomes false. So what happened? It will simply skip the if block and it will move out of the if block, and outside the if loop we are having one more system.out.println. So what now in this case it will print only one statement outside if block. Okay, so this is how the if statement works. Okay, now next we will discuss if else. Java if else, the second conditional statement. If then else. So what is the meaning? If the statement is true, it will execute some set of statements, and if the condition is false, it will do some other set of statements. So for evaluating, for doing something in terms of false situation, I am using the second keyword called else. Okay, if else, otherwise called as if then else. Now see the syntax. If condition is true, it will execute the statements within a curly bracket. Otherwise, if condition is false, it will execute the codings within a else part. Now come here, how the statement is working. See here, number is equal to 5. If number greater than 0, if it is true, it will execute the statements here. In situation where the condition is false, see here, the control goes directly to else part, and the code within a else part will get executed. Okay, so after deciding on true or else, automatically the program control will come out of if else statement. Now see this example. Number is assigned with 10. Now if number greater than 0. Now what is the Boolean expression will return, true or false? 10 greater than 0. Definitely the answer is true. So if true means what it will print? The number is positive. Now again the control goes to where? The control will comes to this system.out.println. So statement outside if else. So if the condition is true, it will print the statement within a if part and also the outside if part. Now come to the same program. Now I am going to simply change the sign. Number greater than 0, 10 greater than 0, 10 less than 0. I am going to change the symbol as 10 less than 0. 10 less than 0? No, false. Then what will happen? It will skip the true part and control comes to else. Now it will execute the statement within number is not positive. It will write the number is not positive, and it will also print statement outside if else block. So these two statements will be printed in case of false, if the written value is false. Okay, so that's all about if then and if then else statements. We will discuss the remaining in our next class. Thank you, Naveen.